There's this planet Proxima B that's not too far away. Scientists got a good look at it using the James Webb Space Telescope. It circles the star that's closest to our sun, and the picture got everyone wondering if there's anything going on there. How did they get the picture? Could life exist there? What does it mean for understanding other planets and the universe? Proxima B is about 4.2 light-years away, which isn't a huge distance in space terms. People are curious if it's like Earth, with oceans and maybe even life. It also has another planet buddy, Proxima C. Proxima B gets about the same energy from its star as Earth does from the sun, so it might have water. There are tons of exoplanets out there, planets that orbit stars other than our sun. Some even wander around like space nomads. Proxima B is weird because its year is only 11.7 Earth days. It's super close to its star, so one side is always sunny, and the other is always dark. They found Proxima B by watching how its gravity tugged on its star. When a planet circles a star, it makes the star wobble a little. Scientists can see this wobble by looking at the star's light. The James Webb Space Telescope helped confirm that Proxima B is in the habitable zone of its star. That got researchers super excited because it might mean there's a chance for life there. When you look at the night sky, there are a few bright stars. But Proxima Centauri, a red dwarf star, is the closest star to us. It's pretty far from its brighter buddies, but it's still our neighbor. A scientist found it back in 1915. But it's hard to see without a telescope. It's a red dwarf star, so it makes energy through some serious internal stuff. It'll probably be around for another 4 trillion years. But just because Proxima B is in the habitable zone doesn't mean it's livable. It gets hit with a ton of ultraviolet radiation, way more than Earth. Plus, it might not have the right stuff to support life, like a good atmosphere or water. Without an atmosphere, any life would get blasted by space. Still, everyone's trying to figure out Proxima B. The James Webb Space Telescope is key to finding out if there's life there. Proxima B could have water and an atmosphere, which the telescope could spot. Water is a huge deal because it's important for life. If Proxima B has water, it could be habitable. Even though it gets about the same energy as Earth, it also gets a lot of radiation and magnetic stuff from its star, which could mess up its atmosphere. Plus, we don't know if it has liquid water. Scientists are running simulations to see what the planet might be like. Some think it has oceans, while others think any water is ice or buried. Finding water on Proxima B is tough and needs really good telescopes and the right conditions. As our telescopes get better, we might figure out what's up with its atmosphere and water. But an atmosphere alone doesn't mean it's livable. One scientist said it could be like Venus, with a crazy thick atmosphere and super hot temperatures. Proxima B is a cool neighbor that makes us wonder about life. It's close enough that we might be able to send missions there someday. But it would take a long time to get there with current tech. Maybe we'll come up with new stuff like solar sails that could get us there faster. Finding Proxima B has made everyone excited about space again. It reminds us that we want to explore and find new worlds. The James Webb Space Telescope is awesome, but it has its limits. It can see stuff, but it's hard to know if a planet really has an atmosphere or the right conditions for life. Proxima B is a good example because it might be like Venus. But the telescope can spot tiny signs of life, which is great. The universe has tons of planets that are all kinds of sizes and shapes. Some are big gas giants like Jupiter, and others are more like Earth. Gas giants are cool, especially the super big ones that make Jupiter look tiny. There are also hot Jupiters that are super close to their stars and super hot. Besides gas giants, there are also Neptune-like planets, some of which are hot or small. Trying to figure out planets like Proxima B has led to new technology that helps us learn about the universe. We use things like the transit method, where we watch for a star to dim when a planet passes in front of it. This has helped us find a bunch of exoplanets, some of which might have liquid water. All these discoveries make us wonder if we're alone. Besides finding planets, we're also looking for signs of life, like gases in the atmosphere. The James Webb Space Telescope should help with this. If we find these gases, it could mean there's life out there. We're also looking for life in our own solar system. Places like Mars, Europa, and Enceladus might have water and other stuff needed for life. Europa, for example, has a big ocean under its ice. We might send missions there to see if there's anything living in the ocean. Robots are a big part of this. Rovers and landers have been gathering data from Mars and other planets. The Perseverance rover is on Mars right now, looking for signs of old life. In the future, we'll probably focus on finding more Earth-like planets and studying their atmospheres. New technology will help us get a better look at these planets and figure out if they're livable. The study of exoplanets is a big deal in space research. Finding life beyond Earth is something people have been dreaming about for a long time, and now we're starting to make real progress. Telescopes like the James Webb Space Telescope are helping us explore these distant worlds. We're also thinking about how to get to these planets. Some ideas, like the Breakthrough Starshot initiative, involve sending small probes to Alpha Centauri really fast. This could let us get data from distant stars and planets much quicker. Besides looking for habitable planets, we're also trying to understand what conditions are needed for life. This means studying planets in different stages of development and looking for planets that are similar to early Earth. Studying exoplanets also helps us understand how stars and planets work together. We can learn about magnetic fields and how cosmic radiation affects planetary atmospheres. Each discovery helps us understand the universe better. As we explore space, the search for life is one of the most important things we're doing. Whether we're studying distant exoplanets or sending missions closer to home, we're just starting our. Proxima B was first found by watching how its star wobbles a bit due to the planet's gravity. It's like the star is moving a little in its orbit. Scientists see this movement by looking at changes in the star's light. That's how they figured out Proxima B was there. The James Webb Space Telescope really helped confirm Proxima B, which is in the habitable zone of the closest star to our Sun. Everyone's excited. What mysteries does Proxima B hold, and what does it mean for finding life beyond Earth? Proxima Centauri B is one of 3 stars that shine together in the sky. But Proxima Centauri, a red dwarf star, is the closest to us. It's way farther than Earth is from the Sun. It was found back in 1915. It's hard to see without a telescope. But it's a powerful star that makes energy. It'll be around for another 4 trillion years. But here's the thing, is Proxima B really a place where life could be? It gets a lot of ultraviolet radiation, which is bad news for things like water and air. Just being in that Goldilocks zone doesn't mean it's good for life. It might not have what it needs to hold water or support a good climate. Without a strong atmosphere, any life would be toast. Still, finding out more about Proxima B is a big goal. The James Webb Space Telescope, after some delays, is helping us answer that big question: is there life there? Proxima B is in its star's habitable zone, so it could grab and give off the right kind of light for life. The James Webb Space Telescope can see that light, which helps scientists look for water or an atmosphere. Water is super important for life. If Proxima B has water, it's more likely to be habitable. Even though Proxima B gets about the same sunlight as Earth, it also faces a lot of radiation and magnetic stuff from its star. This could mess up any atmosphere it has. And we're still not sure if it has liquid water. Scientists are using computers to guess what Proxima B is like. Some think it has big oceans, while others think the water is frozen or buried. It's hard to know for sure right now. Finding water on Proxima B is tough and needs some fancy telescopes and the right air conditions, but maybe we'll figure it out as our tools get better. But an atmosphere doesn't guarantee it. This planet might be like Venus, super hot with a thick, nasty atmosphere. Proxima B is a fascinating neighbor that makes us wonder about life. It's close enough that we might be able to send missions there someday. It would take a super long time with today's tech, but maybe we can use things like solar sails to get there in just 20 years. Finding Proxima B has made people even more curious about space and the possibility of life beyond Earth. The James Webb Space Telescope is great, but it has its limits. It can't always tell us if a planet has an atmosphere or good conditions for life. Proxima B reminds us that an atmosphere doesn't always mean a planet is livable. Still, the telescope can see tiny signs of life, which is a big deal. The universe is full of different planets that are all kinds of sizes and shapes. Some are like Jupiter and Saturn, while others are like Earth. Gas giants are one kind. They're often bigger than Jupiter. Some of them, called hot Jupiters, orbit really close to their stars and are super hot. Then there are Neptunian exoplanets about the size of Uranus and Neptune, and hot Neptunes, closer to their stars. Figuring out planets like Proxima B has led to new tech that helps us learn a lot about the universe. For example, we can watch how a planet dims a star's light as it passes in front of it. This helps us find thousands of planets in the habitable zones of their stars. It makes you wonder, are we alone? Besides finding planets, we're also trying to find signs of life, like gases in a planet's atmosphere that could come from living things. The James Webb Space Telescope can help us find these gases. If we found the right gases, it would be big evidence for life somewhere else. We're also looking for life in our own solar system, like on Mars or moons like Europa and Enceladus. Europa is thought to have an ocean under its ice. Maybe there's tiny life in that ocean. That would be amazing. Robots are playing a big role. Rovers, landers, and orbiters are gathering info from Mars and other planets. The Perseverance rover is looking for old life on Mars and collecting samples to bring back to Earth. In the future, space exploration will probably focus on finding more Earth-like planets and studying their atmospheres. New tech and telescopes will help us learn even more. As we learn more about the universe, studying exoplanets is super important. Finding life beyond Earth has always been a dream, and now we're making real progress. Telescopes like the James Webb Space Telescope are helping us explore faraway worlds. Thinking about finding life makes scientists want to push the limits. Ideas like sending tiny probes to Alpha Centauri at crazy speed show that visiting other stars might be possible someday. Besides finding habitable planets, we're also learning about the environments that might support life. We're looking at young, rocky planets and older, cooler planets. By finding planets like early Earth, we can learn about how life started and how it might happen in different places. Learning about exoplanets also helps us understand the universe better. We can learn how stars and planets affect each other and how radiation affects planets' atmospheres. Each thing we find helps us understand the universe and where we fit in. Exploring space and looking for life is one of the most important things we can do. Whether it's studying faraway planets or exploring our own solar system, the adventure has just begun.